Good morning, students of class 7. Now I am going to start your English book, chapter 1, Adventure of Asbel. Now you may think the meaning of the chapter, Adventure of Asbel. Adventure, that means a action which is not occurred in your routine. It is, you can say, it is extraordinary, or as well is a name. This poem is not a real poem. It is an adventure that it not occurs. It is imagination of the poem. And you may first that one you may read this one. Asbel met an enormous bear. Asbel met, it is a past tense of meet. Enormous means huge, big, large bear. Asbel didn't care. The bear was hungry. The bear was ravenous. Asbel didn't scared, afraid, and the bear was so hungry. The bear's big mouth and cruel, cavernous. His mouth was cruel and dark and big. You may say that. The bear said, Asbel, glad to meet you. Bear is saying to Asbel that I am very happy to meet you. How do Asbel? Now I will eat you. Then bear is saying to Asbel, then how are you? Now I am going to eat you. Asbel didn't worry. He also not worried. Dear student, you may think that someone is saying someone is large, bears came in front of you, and it is saying to you, now I am going to eat you. In general routine, you may escape from there and you may run, you may be afraid. But at that time, Asbel not worried, not afraid, not escaped from there. That you may think it is extraordinary, it is not in your routine. Then what's happened next? Don't worry, Asbel don't scream or scary. She washed her hand and she straightened her hair up. Now Asbel washed his hand, washed her hand, and bind her hair. What's happened then? Then Asbel quietly ate the beer up. Then Asbel ate the beer. Ate means there is past tense of eat. It is also an extraordinary. Then Asbel quietly ate the beer up once in a night as black as pitch. Another story she is saying. In one night, it was very dark. Pitch, that means image. Say pitch, that means it is also a black. Isabel made a big old witch, that means in Hindi you can say chudail, enormous. The witch's face was gross and wrinkled. Crossed it was. Not, that means you can say zigzag. Curved. Wrinkled. The witch's gum with teeth was sprinkled. Sprinkled means not straight. It is in zigzag mode, you can say. The witch gums with teeth were wrinkled. Ho, ho, Isabel, the old witch cried. That means he had begun to, the witch began to, ho, ho, ho. That means his imagination of that one. You may say witch. I will turn you into an ugly toad. She is saying that I am going to change you in an ugly frog. Isabel didn't care. Isabel didn't worry. Isabel didn't scream and scary. Then he also not worried, not afraid, and not escaped from there. What has done? She showed no rag and she showed no ranscore, but she turned the witch into milk and drank her. He not showed their afraidness, fearness, and he changed the witch into milk and drank her. Next is that Isabel made an hideous giant. Isabel continued self-reliant. The giant was hairy and Grint was horrid. Giant, in Hindi you can say Rakshas. That she is meeting him. She met him. The giant was hairy and giant was horrid. She had an eye in the middle of his forehead. That means here. There was only one eye of that giant. Good morning as well, the giant said. That is wishing good morning. I will grind you bones to make my bread. Giant is saying to Isabel that I am going to grind your bones to make bread. Isabel didn't worry. She don't worry. Don't show their afraidness. Isabel didn't scream or scary. She nibbled the switchback that the sea always fade off, and when it was gone, she cut into giants ahead of. She cut off their heads, and where it is gone, no one don't know. Next adventure. Isabel met at trouble doctors. My dear student, you may think that doctor never trouble to anyone. Doctors realize and free me troubles. But there is a doctor that is making troubles. He punched and he poked till he really shocked her, and he is teasing, pinching, thumbing, and making afraid. To whom? To Isabel. The doctor's talk was cough and chills. Doctor was talking about chills and his cough and cold. The doctors scratched the buggles of pills. The doctor has a bag which was not easy to close the bag because it was full of pills. The doctor said, unto as well swallow this, it will make you well. Doctor is saying to as well that you take these pills and you may be well. What's happened? As well didn't worry, as well didn't scurry or scurry. She took those pills from the pills collectors. That means she taken the pills from a person who was making pills and taken away. And I will calmly cure the doctor. He's taken away the pills. He took the pills and he make calms and cured the doctor who was making him very difficult. This is the poem. My dear student, that means it is enormous. It is an adventurous poem. That means it's not occurred in the life. You may think about that. That's okay. And now I will come with a new next poem. The next poem of class 7 is no. Yes, okay? Okay.